In this session, you're about to embark on a full 60 minutes of immersive English shadowing and active listening practice. Greetings, friends, and welcome back to English Unleashed. I'm Tom. For today's episode, we'll follow a complete day, from the break of dawn until nightfall. You'll encounter concise, clear sentences presented in straightforward English. We'll explore waking moments, stepping out, connecting with friends, spending time with loved ones, and winding down your day. Feel free to engage with this episode whenever or wherever suits you best. At home, during your commute, or while out for a stroll. Simply heed my voice and echo the phrases. Ready to begin? Let's dive in. Dawn is breaking, painting the horizon in soft, warm shades of orange and pink. Gentle light spills into my room. My morning begins gradually, my eyelids still feeling quite heavy. Then my alarm blares, emitting a distinct, loud sound. I quickly silence it. While the thought of rising isn't appealing, I consciously stretch my arms, then extend my legs. I push myself into a sitting position on the bed, releasing a wide yawn. I feel a lingering sleepiness, yet a profound sense of calm. From outside, I can hear the birds, their cheerful songs filling the air. I make my way to the window and slowly pull it open. A cool breeze enters, feeling wonderfully fresh against my skin. I draw in a deep breath. The air smells invigoratingly clean. I gaze at the sky. It's a brand new day. Outside, I notice my neighbor tending to his garden. He's carefully watering his plants. He grasps a green hose, sending water, spraying gently over the colorful blossoms. Dressed in slippers and sporting a friendly smile, he waves to me. I return his wave. He offers a good morning, and I respond in kind. His dog lets out a single bark, then settles down to watch the street. Children are heading to school, carrying their backpacks. Some meander slowly, while others run ahead, laughing joyfully. One young girl is enjoying a banana. A boy playfully nudges a small stone with his foot. A woman walks by, cradling a baby. The infant curiously looks around, clutching a small toy. The woman sings softly to her baby, her voice tender. A man cycles past, wearing a bright yellow jacket. He rides swiftly, waving to someone in the distance. The street hums with activity. A busy morning that still manages to feel incredibly peaceful. I head towards the bathroom. The tiled floor feels cool underfoot. I flip on the light. Gazing into the mirror, I note my disheveled hair and offer myself a smile. I begin to brush my teeth, moving the brush methodically up and down. After rinsing my mouth, I feel completely refreshed. My sister is already in the kitchen, preparing coffee. The aroma reaches me. It's strong and inviting. She pours the coffee into 2 mugs, one for her and one for Dad. My brother is showering. I can hear the water running. He's singing at the top of his lungs, as he always does in the shower, which never fails to make me chuckle. Mom is busy making breakfast. She's cooking eggs in a pan and toasting bread. She also slices up fresh fruit. Dad is seated at the table, engrossed in his newspaper. He sips his coffee unhurriedly, He turns a page, remarking, "The weather is lovely today." We collectively greet him. "Good morning." We all gather around the table. It's a small table, yet it feels abundantly full. We enjoy toast with butter and honey and drink tea. The eggs are perfectly warm. My younger brother accidentally knocks over his juice. It splashes onto the tabletop. We all exclaim, "Oh no," but then quickly dissolve into laughter. He joins in the laughter too. He tries to wipe the juice with a napkin. Mom helps him clean up the mess. We chat about the upcoming day, who has plans, where everyone needs to be. It's a typical morning, simple, comforting, and filled with family warmth. After finishing my breakfast, I carry my plate to the sink. I wash it thoroughly with soap. The water is pleasantly warm. I dry my hands. I go to my room and check the time. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I need to leave shortly. I pack my bag, placing in my notebook and a pen. I add a snack and grab my water bottle. Then I zip up the bag. I pull on my socks and tie my shoes. I put on my jacket as it's a bit cool outside. I quickly check my phone and my keys. I'm all set to depart. I bid farewell to my family. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. See you later. My sister reminds me, "Don't forget your lunch." I smile and say, "Thanks." I open the door. The street is bright with morning sun. The air feels crisp. Leaves rustle gently in the breeze. I take a deep breath and start my walk towards the bus stop. I see my neighbor again, now out walking his dog. The dog wags its tail enthusiastically. A little girl waves to me. I wave back. Ahead of me, 2 students walk along, chatting and laughing. One carries a large backpack. They are both wearing identical school uniforms. A man in a blue shirt cycles by, wearing a helmet. He rings his bell as he passes us, offering a friendly smile. A delivery truck rumbles past, making a considerable noise. It pulls up to a house, and the driver carries out a box. I arrive at the bus stop. A few individuals are already waiting. One woman is talking animatedly on her phone in an unfamiliar language. An elderly gentleman is slowly turning the pages of his newspaper. A teenager listens to music, his head subtly moving to the rhythm. The bus hasn't arrived yet. I check the time once more. Still a few minutes to spare. I glance around. The trees are vibrant green. Birds flit from one branch to another. And beneath a bench, a cat is sound asleep. Then I hear the bus approaching. It draws nearer and nearer, finally stopping right in front of us. The door hisses open. I step onto the bus and greet the driver. He nods with a smile. I tap my travel card. I make my way to the back and find a window seat. Settling down, I remove my bag and place it on my lap. The bus begins to move. It travels slowly through the town. I watch the world outside. I observe people walking, cars pausing at traffic lights. I spot a bakery where customers are purchasing fresh bread. I see a man meticulously sweeping the sidewalk, working with great care. A child waves from a window. I smile and wave back. The bus crosses a small bridge. Below, I see the calm, still water. Ducks are swimming leisurely. I enjoy the journey. The seat is comfortable. The bus is warm. The city, though bustling, feels peaceful. I check for the next stop. It's mine. I press the button. The bus gradually slows and then comes to a complete halt. I stand up, holding my bag. I thank the driver. He wishes me, "Have a nice day." I step off the bus. I'm now close to my workplace. I walk toward my building, a tall, gray structure with numerous windows. I ascend the stairs. At the door, I encounter a coworker, Sarah. She greets me with a smile, "Morning," and I respond, "Good morning." We enter together. The hallway is quiet. Some lights are already illuminated. I hear footsteps. Someone is walking upstairs. I enter the office. It feels comfortably warm inside. The lighting is soft, and sunlight streams in through the windows. I locate my desk. It's tidy and ready for the day. I remove my jacket and hang it on the back of my chair. My bag I place beneath the desk. I sit down gently, taking a deep breath. The workday is just beginning. I power on my computer. It emits a soft hum. The screen brightens. I input my password and then check my email. 5 new messages await. One is from my manager requesting, "Please send the report." Another is from a client asking for additional details. I read each message thoroughly, then compose my replies. I type deliberately, ensuring correct spelling. I send the email with a click. My colleague, John, walks by, carrying a cup of coffee. He remarks, "Big day today." I agree. "Yes, plenty to accomplish." He chuckles and continues on his way. I open my notebook and review my to-do list. It appears quite extensive for today. I decide to start with the report. I open the file and read the initial paragraph. I correct 2 minor errors and incorporate more specific information. I type carefully and clearly. After adding a title, I review everything once more before saving. I then send it to my manager. A few minutes later, her reply arrives. "Excellent work. Thank you." I smile, feeling a sense of accomplishment. At 10:30, we take a short break, a moment to recharge. I head to the small kitchen. Sarah is already there, pouring coffee. The aroma is robust and inviting. She offers me a cup, to which I respond, "Thank you. It smells like chocolate." Jane arrives with cookies she baked last night. They also smell deliciously of chocolate. We all exclaim, "Yum!" We gather around the table, discussing recent movies. Sarah shares that she watched a new film, finding it quite humorous. Jane laughs, confirming her enjoyment of comedies. John joins us, eating a banana, and tells a joke that brings laughter to everyone. The room feels light and cheerful. After 15 minutes, we tidy up. I wash my cup and dry my hands. We return to our desks. I check the clock. It's 10:50. Still more tasks to complete. I make a phone call. A client answers with a question. I listen intently, then speak slowly and clearly, helping her resolve the issue. She expresses her gratitude. "Thank you very much." I reply, "You're welcome." I jot down some notes, update a document, and organize several files. I consult the calendar. A team meeting is scheduled for noon. I prepare for it, reviewing the agenda and formulating one specific question. I feel prepared. At 12 o'clock, we convene in the large meeting room. 6 of us are present, seated around the table. Our manager initiates the discussion, outlining our objectives and detailing the new project. We listen attentively. I take notes. John poses a question. Sarah offers an insightful idea. Jane writes key points on the whiteboard. I also contribute my thoughts. Our manager commends. Good teamwork, and we all smile. The meeting concludes. I return to my desk. It's almost lunchtime now. I feel hungry. I stand up and stretch my arms. I retrieve my lunch from my bag. I walk to the break room. The lights are bright, and the air is filled with the scent of food. Someone is warming soup. Another person is peeling an orange. I settle at the table. Sarah is across from me, enjoying a sandwich that looks particularly fresh. Jane joins us, bringing rice and chicken. I open my lunchbox today to reveal pasta, which I prepared last night. It smells wonderful, featuring tomato sauce and cheese. I also have a small side salad. John enters with his lunch bag, exclaiming, "Oh, I forgot a fork." We all laugh, and Jane kindly offers him an extra one. He declares, "You saved my life." We all grin. We begin to eat. A brief quiet settles as everyone savors their meal. The pasta is warm, and the salad is delightfully crunchy. I drink some water. It feels so refreshing. Sarah recounts a story about a concert she attended last weekend. She describes the music as loud but absolutely incredible. Jane inquires, "Who was the band?" Sarah replies, "They're called River Sound." John interjects, "I love that band." They all discuss their favorite songs. I listen smiling, enjoying their company. It feels relaxing, almost like a small family gathering. After eating, we clean up. I discard my napkin and wash my container. I wipe down the table. John announces, "Back to work," and we all share a laugh. I check my phone. I have a message from my sister. "Don't forget to call Grandma." I reply, "Thanks. I'll call her after work." Before resuming work, I step outside for a moment. The sun is shining brightly, and the sky is clear. There's a small park nearby, so I walk there slowly. I see 2 children playing with a ball, their father watching them with a smile. I sit on a bench, feeling the warm sun on my face. A gentle breeze tousles my hair. Birds glide gracefully above the trees. A woman walks her dog, which busily sniffs the grass. A man sits beneath a tree, absorbed in a book. I take a deep breath. The air carries the scent of flowers. I close my eyes for a moment, feeling completely calm and ready for the remainder of the day. I check the time. It's 1:25. Time to return. I re-enter the office. The building is quiet once more. People are at their desks. Some are typing, others conversing softly. It's time to focus on work again. I sit at my desk. The room remains quiet, the lights soft. Everyone is deeply focused, diligently working. I open my notebook and review my to-do list. I still have a few items to complete. I open a document for a new project. After reading the initial paragraph, I begin typing. I work methodically, checking my spelling and correcting any small errors. I take a sip of water. My bottle rests beside my keyboard. The water is cool and helps me stay alert. John passes by again, asking, "Do you want a snack?" I smile and ask, "What do you have?" He presents a small chocolate bar. I take one piece and say, "Thanks." He replies, "No problem," and heads back to his desk. I return my attention to the screen, continuing my work. I finish the paragraph and save the file. File saved. Then my phone rings. I answer. It's a client. She speaks slowly, needing assistance. I listen carefully, jotting notes on a small pad. She asks a question. I request, "Please wait one moment," and she agrees. I consult the file, locate the answer, and explain it to her. She expresses her thanks. "Thank you very much." I respond, "You're welcome." We end the call. I take a deep breath. I check my messages and reply to 2 emails. One is from my manager requesting an update. I write back, "The report is ready." She quickly replies, "Great job." I tidy my desk, putting away my pens and discarding some old papers. I wipe the surface with a tissue. It looks neat now. I check tomorrow's calendar. There's one meeting in the morning, which I note down. I take another short break, walking to the kitchen to refill my water bottle. I stretch my back and roll my shoulders. It feels good. Sarah walks in remarking, "Tired?" I smile and admit, "A little." She says, "Almost done," and I nod in agreement. "Yeah, almost." The clock shows 4:45. The workday is drawing to a close. I complete one final task, organizing my folders and closing all open files. I check my email one last time. No new messages. I shut down my computer. The screen turns black. I stand up and stretch once more. I feel a bit weary but content. John waves goodbye. Sarah says, "See you tomorrow." I smile and wish her, "Take care." I grab my bag and put on my jacket. I switch off my desk lamp and head for the door. I leave the office and walk slowly towards the bus stop. The sun is now lower in the sky. The air feels cooler. The sky is a soft orange hue. Clouds drift gently. People walk along the street. Some are conversing on their phones. Others gaze at their feet. Everyone is making their way home. I notice a woman laden with shopping bags. She appears tired. A man rides a scooter wearing a helmet. A child runs gleefully to his mother, laughing loudly. At the corner, a dog barks, sitting patiently beside its owner, who gently strokes its head. The dog's tail wags contentedly. I reach the bus stop. A few people are waiting. An elderly man sits on the bench, holding a walking stick. A girl listens to music, humming a tune softly to herself. 2 friends chat and laugh. The bus arrives, its engine making a gentle sound. The doors open with a soft hiss. I step inside and greet the driver. He nods and responds, "Evening." I tap my card and move to the back, finding a window seat. I sit down and take a deep breath. The bus begins to move, rolling down the street. I look outside. I see a bakery, its interior aglow with warm lights, where people are buying bread and cakes. A little boy holds a chocolate cookie. Next, we pass a flower shop. Colorful blossoms, red, yellow, white, are displayed in buckets, looking fresh and vibrant. A man sells fruit, apples, bananas, oranges, from a corner stall, smiling warmly at each customer. The bus pauses at a red light. I glance up at the sky. It's growing dark. Street lights begin to flicker on. The bus resumes its journey. People disembark, others board. Soon, I reach my stop. I press the button. The bus slows, then stops. I walk to the door and thank the driver. He advises, "Take care." I smile and reply, "You too." I walk along my street. The houses are quiet. Lights glow softly from some windows. A cat sits poised on a fence, observing me as I pass. I reach my home. Taking out my keys, I unlock the door and step inside. I kick off my shoes. The house feels invitingly warm. My sister is in the kitchen, chopping vegetables. The scent of food fills the air. It smells of garlic and rice. My mom is folding laundry. She greets me, "Welcome back." I reply, "Thanks, I'm tired." She smiles and says, "Dinner will be ready soon." My younger brother rushes to me, exclaiming, "Look at my drawing." I say, "Wow, that's beautiful." He beams with pride. I put my bag in my room, then wash my hands before heading to the kitchen. The kitchen smells wonderful, warm and bright. My sister stirs a pot on the stove. Steam rises gently. She hums a soft melody and informs me dinner will be ready shortly. I nod and smile. My mom sets the table, placing 5 plates, one for each of us. She adds spoons and forks and folds napkins. She lights a small candle, casting a soft, cozy glow. My dad enters from the garden, his hands still bearing traces of soil. He mentions the flowers are thriving. He washes his hands at the sink, then dries them with a towel. He gives Mom a kiss on the cheek. She smiles. My younger brother brings his toys, setting them near the table. He asks, "Can my bear sit too?" We all laugh. Mom agrees. "Okay, just for tonight." My older brother walks in, having just returned from the gym. He's tired but looks happy. He grabs a glass of water and drinks it slowly. The meal is prepared. We all sit down together, enjoying rice, chicken, and salad. There's also bread and yogurt. Everyone converses quietly. Dad shares details of his workday, noting, "It was busy, but I finished early." Mom talks about our neighbors. My sister tells a humorous story about helping a lost dog find its way home. She recounts, "It followed me for 3 blocks." We all laugh. My younger brother eats slowly, dropping some rice on the floor. He says, "Oops." We help him clean it up. No one is upset. We simply smile. Dinner concludes. We assist in clearing the table. I wash the plates. My sister dries them, and my brother puts them away. We work cooperatively. Dad prepares tea for everyone. He adds sugar to Mom's cup, as she prefers it sweet. I take mine plain. My brother, however, drinks milk. We settle in the living room, sipping our drinks slowly. The TV is on, playing calming music. Mom reclines in her favorite chair, reading a book. My dad checks his phone, looking up the weather. He predicts rain for tomorrow. My sister plays with her cat. The cat leaps and dashes about. We all laugh when it playfully hides inside a box. I call my grandmother, who resides in a different city. She answers promptly, her voice warm and welcoming. She remarks, "I was just thinking of you." We chat for 10 minutes. I inquire about her day. She tells me about her garden, mentioning, "The tomatoes are exceptionally large this year." She asks about my job. I assure her it's going well. She says, "I'm proud of you," and I smile. After the call, I step outside for a brief walk. I see my neighbor, once again watering his flowers. He comments, "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" I agree. Yes, it's very peaceful. I spot children riding bikes, wearing helmets, laughing and racing each other. Their mother stands nearby, waving at me. I wave back. I return from my evening stroll. The street is quiet now. Lights from windows glow softly. The breeze is cool and gentle. I remove my shoes, leaving them by the door, and hang my jacket. I announce, "I'm home." My sister replies, "Welcome back." She's currently watching a movie, curled on the floor with a blanket. My mom is in the kitchen, putting away the teacups. She wipes the table and turns off the lights. Dad is reading again, in his customary corner chair, wearing his glasses. He turns the pages deliberately. My younger brother is brushing his teeth. Then he approaches me, asking, "Will you read me a story?" I say, "Yeah, let's go." We go to his room. His bed is small and cozy. I sit beside him as he pulls the blanket over his legs. I open the storybook. It's about a bird that journeys around the world. He listens with wide, attentive eyes. I read slowly and softly. He smiles, then lets out a yawn. I wish him good night, and he responds, "Good night. Thank you." I turn off the light. He closes his eyes and drifts off to sleep. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face. The water feels cool. I dry my hands and look in the mirror, feeling a sense of tranquility. My sister is still engrossed in her movie, laughing softly. The cat sleeps beside her, its tail twitching gently. Mom comes in with a blanket, covering my brother. She kisses his forehead and whispers, "Sweet dreams." My dad turns off his reading lamp. He stretches his arms, then walks to the kitchen for one final glass of water. He bids, "Good night, everyone." We all echo, "Good night." I walk to my room. It's dark and hushed. I switch on a small lamp. I check my phone and read a message from a friend that says, "Sleep well." I smile and reply, "You too." I write one line in my notebook, just a single sentence. Today was a peaceful day. I stretch my arms and close the window. The night air is cool now. I lie down in bed. The pillow is soft. I pull the blanket over myself. I turn off the light and close my eyes. Outside, the world is serene. A dog barks in the distance. A car drives slowly by. The trees sway gently in the breeze. The city rests. The sky is dark. The stars twinkle brightly. The moon shines silently. Everyone is unwinding. Everyone feels secure. Everyone is still. And I take a deep breath. I feel grateful. I feel quiet within. I feel prepared for tomorrow. Good night, world. Good night, everyone. Good night. All right, you did it. 1 complete hour of English listening and shadowing. You listened, you spoke, you practiced. That's genuine progress. I'm Tom, and this is English Unleashed. Continue listening, keep practicing, and most importantly, always believe in yourself. Farewell for now.